Ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, members of the Roll the Tape film crew, Jaron Ennis is now moving up to another weight class, another division, the junior middleweight division, the 154-pound division. Before I give my perspective on that move, let me first say that Teofimo Lopez have been on social media literally for the past 2 weeks. He went from talking about fighting the best to making claims publicly that Boots ducked him because Boots declined to fight him after Boots' promoter of Matchroom Boxing, Eddie Hearn, received a phone call or some form of notification by Turki Al-Ashiki that Turki Al-Ashiki wanted to finance the fight between Teofimo Lopez and Jaron Ennis. And Eddie Hearn basically said that it was a fight that possibly could have taken place this August or this October, but nothing was finalized because Eddie Hearn went back to Boots and basically asked Boots, is this a fight that he wants? And Boots basically told Eddie Hearn that he has no problem fighting anybody. He's not scared to compete in a ring against anybody at all. But at the same time, his pursuit, his goal that he wants to accomplish is still on the table. It's still the main objective. It's still his priority. And that goal is to fulfill his dream to become undisputed in the welterweight division as the unified, undisputed 147-pound champion of the world. All of the major titles in the four-belt era. But if he had to fight Teofimo Lopez, if those other world champions were unavailable, he would do so. Unfortunately, that fight really made absolutely no sense in my professional opinion for Boots to continue to go down the painstaking road to make weight, which has been causing him some issues, not to actually make weight, but to regulate the fact that he is getting older in this division, and at the same time, his progress of becoming a world champion, unified and undisputed in this division, is being hindered because, obviously, the other two world champions, Brian Norman Jr. and Mario Barrios, both have title defenses. So with that being said, Teofimo Lopez went on a very short public campaign to make it appear as if Boots ducked him or declined to fight him, as if we don't know that Boots would dominate Teofimo Lopez. And I mean that from a skillful perspective, technically speaking and tactfully speaking. Even though Tim Bradley said that Boots better watch out because Timothy Bradley is a threat. Teofimo Lopez is a threat. He can actually disrupt the apple cart. He can actually upset Boots. He can actually beat Jaron Ennis. That's what Timothy Bradley said. Even though I find it interesting that Teofimo Lopez just ducked Devin Haney. And now he's still making public appearances on social media platforms, making the case for why he's ducking them. Telling the audience, telling the fans to just wait. Just wait. Just wait. No, I don't want to fight because of this. Just wait. Just wait. I don't want to fight Devin because of this. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. But yet, literally last week, reports surfaced by Mike Coppinger, who is now a journalist for The Ring, who confirmed that Teofimo Lopez's representation quoted that Teofimo Lopez will not be fighting this August against Devin Haney for personal reasons that he will not publicly disclose. So now Teofimo won't get the fight with Boots, nor will he get the fight with Devin Haney. Now let's segue into Boots. Boots is moving up now, officially, to 154 pounds. And it's a very stacked division. Very, 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 very stiff competition. Very stiff competition are in the 154-pound division. I mean, how long do people want Boots to wait around and continue to make weight as he's getting older for the outcome and results of a Brian Norman Jr. Jen Sasaki fight or the Mario Barrios versus Manny Pacquiao fight? So Boots is moving up. And I think Boots will do well in this division. Good representation is priceless in this business. Now, with that being said, I'm going to leave y'all with this. I want everyone, whether you are a content creator, journalist, member of the media, or even a boxing fan, I want everyone to keep that same energy. You know, when some of you were saying that Boots ducked Virgil Ortiz, y'all remember that? Well, now he's at the 154-pound division. And keep that same energy, because Eddie Hearn just recently conducted an interview within the past 48 hours that was published by, I believe it was Fight Hype, where Eddie Hearn even said that they are looking, they are negotiating, they are basically in talks for Boots to fight Virgil Ortiz Jr., the same guy that people accuse Boots of ducking. And we're going to see if Virgil Ortiz Jr. will accept the challenge of fighting Boots. I don't think Virgil Ortiz Jr. can beat Boots, and neither do some of the people that's claiming that Boots ducked him. And I know that because some of those same people are basically saying that Boots can beat other people, in their opinion, who are actually more skillful than Virgil Ortiz Jr. But keep that same energy, though. I'm not talking about any other fighter at 154. Let's be clear. We'll deal with them when we cross that bridge. And when I say we will deal with them, I mean the actual topic of discussion. If Boots do get the opportunity to fight any of the other competitors at 154, we'll discuss that. But right now, since Boots is moving up to 154, yeah, I actually do want to see him fight Virgil Ortiz Jr. And for all of the people that claim Boots ducked him, please come back publicly. If that fight do get materialized and happen, come out publicly and make it right and say, you know what? I was wrong. You know what? I'm doing way too much talking. Don't take my word for it. Roll the tape.